Hi, I'm Max from Ferrum. I'm a hardware designer. We're here at the UK Hi-Fi show and I'm gonna talk you through our devices. So I'm gonna start with our most affordable one, which is ERCO. This is a DAC and amp combo. It's extremely versatile, able to power almost any headphone on the market right now. It's based on the ESS 9028 Pro DAC chip and has quite unique headphone amplifier because we call it an composite amplifier because it's not just one integrated circuit, it's both working in tandem to deliver extremely precise sound signature. Below it, there is our HYPSOS power supply, and it's also quite unique because it's a hybrid power supply. So it's a switching and linear composition of power supplies. And the most important feature of that is actually its cable, which has 4 wires. 2 of them are used for power delivery and the other 2 are used for the voltage measurement. So it's not measuring the voltage directly on its output, but here on the load, in this case DAC and amp. That way it is able to compensate for the voltage drop on the cable and deliver extremely smooth voltage rail to the device. From the customer point of view, it's really easy to operate because we have a list of compatible devices, so you can just pick your device which you need and just click it, and you're sure that the voltage is going to select, it's going to be safe for your device. I'm going to go through to our highest DAC right now, which is WANDLA. It's an older brother to the ERCO, however, it was designed later, and it is based on the ESS 9038 Pro DAC chip. However, it doesn't have this typical analytical sound signature to it as many described DACs based on ESS 9038. It is because we redesigned completely the output stage of the current to voltage converter, and we weren't going with the typical reference design for the ESS. That way we're able to achieve a sound signature which is something in between R2R DACs and typical Delta Sigma DACs. Actually here it's a version with a built-in headphone amplifier at the same time. So it has here the 4.4 jack output connector, and because it has only one balanced output, in order to have a possibility to connect a typical unbalanced headphones, you're gonna get this adapter straight in the box. But talking more about WANDLA, we also have many different upsampling filters. Actually, we're cooperating with UC from Signalist, and he prepared some of the filters from his HQ player to be built in here in WANDLA, and you can change from now 4 different HQ players, and then upsampling process is done in the searcher module, which is our OEM module, so other manufacturers also can buy it and use it. However, we're doing the upsampling ourselves, so we're bypassing the DAC chip in this regard, and it is done actually by us. However, lately we've released the new firmware to WANDLA. It is firmware 2.0, and most important thing about it is that it has an integration with many sources like Windows or Mac OS based systems, and also some of the streamers, and you'll be able to see with them the played track. Also, you're able to play and pause the playback and also go to the next and the previous track. So it is really unique because nobody has done it in a DAC in this way. And it is extremely important, for example, for some streamers which doesn't have any display, because that way you're able to control the playback on the display of the WANDLA. And yeah, it is a completely new firmware. You can just download it by our Ferrum control app, and yeah, it's really easy to use. Another thing about WANDLA is that we're also supplying the Golden Sound Edition plugin, so you can buy via our website the additional DSP features. First of them is the Impact Plus, which is the bass boost with additional peak around 60 Hz, where this most enjoyable bass section lies. The next one is the tube mode, and the tube mode is actually only a second harmonic, so it's not overdone, it's really subtle. However, it gives a bit more sweetness to the sound. And the most advanced and important one is the spatial enhancement. Spatial enhancement is completely opposite to the usual CrossFit. So we're not trying to emulate speakers and put the soundstage more in front of you. We're actually trying to widen it and give it more resolution. And we have two modes, one for speakers and the other for headphones, because headphones and speakers are placed completely differently, so they need different treatment in terms of how we are adjusting the phase of the signal. So that's why there's two modes. But it doesn't mean that you have to use speaker mode only for speakers. You can use speaker mode for headphones just as you like it. Yeah, I think about WANDLA, that's it. We also have here OR, which is our headphone amplifier. And it's a discrete construction. So it is based on the specific transistor which we picked. And it is extremely unique design. First of all, because of the usage of the feedback in there, because many of the integrated circuit amplifiers have really high gain in low frequencies and then rolls off and makes this kind of, extremely good response in bass, but it lacks clarity and precision in the higher frequencies. With OR, it stays almost flat in the whole audio spectrum. That way, each frequency in audio spectrum is treated in the same way and gives this more relaxed sounding sound signature. It is quite small box, however, it is really powerful because it is able to put even 8 watts of power into 60 ohms. And actually, here you can see HYPSOS and Sudvara. It is actually the newer version, the Unveil version. However, when the OR was designed, it was designed with Sudvara in mind. It was the main target to it. However, it doesn't mean that it is only for Sudvara. It was designed to be as versatile as it can be and is able to drive even IEMs, extremely high efficient headphones, but also those which are extremely inefficient. And yeah, I think that's mostly it. Thank you for your attention and see you on the other shows.